Shalom. Good morning, everyone. I pray everyone's doing well on this beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I'm headed into work. I wanted to do this video this morning because it was something that I feel that we all need to work on when it comes to judgment of people who are addicted to drugs and alcohol. And the reason I'm saying this is because basically, long story short, there was an incident this morning, and there was a young lady. She had to be like in her 30s, and she was walking around, with the whole back of her pants just torn open. So all her unmentionables was hanging out. So I went up to her and I said, she said, I know. She said, I'm going to go get me some pants. I know my pants have a hole in it. So I was like, okay, immediately, I've seen her before down there at the bus station, but you could tell she has some issues. It's got to be drugs or mental or something like that. But she sounded fine when I spoke with her. So as I go into the station, there's this guy, and he was basically like, dogging her out, calling her a nasty bee and all this stuff. And I said, well, she said, she was on her way to go get her some pants. And he was just like, no, that bee smoked crack and this and this and that. And she blowing her money and this and that. So long story short on that, and I basically was like, I said, well, that's what the drugs kind of do to you. He said, there's no excuse. I was on drugs for a long time, and I've been clean 21 years. And I said, that should have even been more of a reason for this man to be more sympathetic with this young lady. And the reason I say this, we have a tendency to pass judgment on people. Like, if you've never, first off, to those of you who have been clean, who God took that crap out of your body, because it ain't nothing but demons. And me personally, I feel that alcoholism and drug addiction is different from any other addiction. You can't compare that. You can't compare. I feel like some of these other addictions that people have are mental. Everything is a mental situation, but when it comes to alcoholism and drugs, that's a chemical in your body. And some people literally get sick if they don't have it, if you don't get the proper treatment and things like that. Now, as far as folks sitting up addicted to child pornography, porn, things like that, it's mental. Pray to God, get them demons out your mind. That can be taken care of. But when it comes to drugs and alcohol, we got to do better with sitting around judging people. To me personally, I felt he was out of line for judging that young lady, calling her out her name and things like that, because I looked at it like, dude, you should know what she going through. Sometimes when people are on drugs, they're not the same. That's a chemical in their body, and them demons is taking over. So if you're not trying to help this person, don't bash this person. Because some of these people, this is the last thing they need is folks going around. See if there's a way you can help. If not, shut up. Don't say nothing about these people, because you speaking negative off your tongue. And just because you've beat it, that doesn't give you the right to down other people. And the reason I say this, because drug addiction has taken over my family for a long time, and it still is. I have a baby sister that's gone out there and probably doing the same, looking like that, and I'm not trying to say it like that, but it hurts my heart when people judge folks who are addicted to drugs, because we have to start figuring out a way. This is the problem in our community. There's nobody coming together to really help these people. These people need real treatment. We got a lot of homelessness and things like that because folks is addicted to drugs and hooked on cigarettes and alcohol. They don't want to let that stuff go because a lot of these shelters have beds. People don't have to be laying on the streets, but a lot of the times they're hooked on drugs. And when you're in these shelters, they have rules. You can't just go up in here, up in them shelters, coming in when you want to, doing dope and stuff like that. And we feel sorry for the people that's out there, but we have to look at the bigger picture of what they need. These people need mental help, spiritual help. They need prayer. They need somebody to step in and grab their hands. I know how it is to have a family member on drugs and not be the same anymore. It takes over their mental. Once they've been on it for so long, that's why you see most of the people who's on crack, they're crazy, because literally it cooked their brain. And if they're not getting a proper treatment, then they're not going to be able to change. Nobody can just change overnight. Sometimes it takes a community. It takes more than just people pointing fingers and staring and dogging them out, because they have a mental issue at that point in time. Drugs and alcoholism, I feel the same about alcoholism. Some people drink their issues and problems away, and people go through alcohol withdrawal as well. Some people be in denial about having issues with alcohol, but if you got to drink every day, all day, 24 hours a day, you're an alcoholic. It's just that simple. And we have to understand that these are addictions that it takes more than one person. It takes it takes the spirit. It takes the Most High God. It takes the Most High God to work through us to get to them. We have to be more sympathetic, caring, and loving when it comes to people that's on drugs, and stop judging them and calling them out their names and things like that, because that's not right. That's still a child of God. And we have to understand that when you're dealing with a child of God, you can't sit up and bash. They still a child of God. And we have to do better. I felt I had to do this video today, because that just really touched my spirit, because it hit too close to home. And I'm dealing with things myself, wanting to help a family member, a very close family member of mine. And I think about her every single day. It's deep. You know, we have to be more sympathetic and stop judging people and stop ridiculing people. Especially if you've been there, that should be more of a testimony to have a softer heart towards people. We too quick to judge, and it has to stop. You know, just remember, when you point one finger at somebody, two pointing back at you. So we can't keep doing that. We got to step up and do better, have better judgment. Start praying for these people. Start asking God to put his hands and bless these people. These people need intervention. They need serious intervention. And that's just my video for today. I had to get that out because that just did something to me. And if I could, if I see that young lady again, I'm gonna have to see if I can talk to her or something, because she's young too, and she's out here. I see her a lot, and she out here looking lost. And that's what drugs do to you. It takes over your whole spirit. It's a demon that gets in you when you hooked on them drugs. And it's not easy getting off drugs, And for those of you who've beat it, you're awesome. That's a blessing. Thank God, every day for being clean. You are awesome. You did it. Praise yourself, because you did it. And if it wasn't for the Most High, you probably wouldn't have been able to do it. That's what we got to give first credit to. So I want to say shalom to everyone. Have a blessed, awesome day on this beautiful day. Remember, life balance lives within you. We have to balance life within us and stay in prayer and keep our faith in the Most High and let him touch all over our lives, our spirit, give us the anointing, give us the discernment, cleanse our hearts, all that good stuff. Give us an open mind to things. So you guys have a blessed day, and thank you for tuning in again to another one of my videos.